Phoenix Fishing, and let me show you a couple of tricks that I'm using with the 5150s on catching fish. All right, so I've already filed one from the bank, and now I'm going to show you some of the tricks I use for catching them, you know, from the boat and stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm making my own little heads, and they look like this. It's just a 1/8 ounce head, and of course I'm going to chop off the tie in there. But on the Nico rig, what you're going to do is you're just going to stick this right in the head of the worm, and I'm using a money shot worm, and I have two really good colors that I like. You can see how I just stuck that in there. Now, Phoenix Fishing sells the regular heads that you put in there, and I didn't know that, so I just brought my own stuff to show. And I'm using a long shank hook. You know, this happens to be a Owner's. They carry this here too. Owners are a little bit more sharper. So what I do on these, now the Nico rig is all about just taking it and hooking it in the middle and wacky worming it. If you're fishing Bartlett, the water just came up 40 vertical feet in the last month and a half. That's a lot of water. So guess what? It flooded all that brush and all that stuff on the shore, and you're gonna get stuck if you do this, and you're gonna break off a lot of rigs. So I'm going to just do one thing a little bit different. I'm going to just shove that up to the keeper on there, and I'm going to Texas rig this. And I'm going to hide that hook. I'm going to hide that hook in the worm. So when this worm is bouncing on the bottom, it's going to look like this. And it just kind of bounces along like this. And remember that these 5150s float. They use a really good floating. So as this thing just goes along the bottom, you can see that it just floats straight up like these because it's a super floater plastic. They use a high grade plastic, and that's what makes this worm so good, along with the scent in there. So after it comes out of the mold at 300 degrees, then they're dumping liquid in there and it's scenting these worms. You never have to scent it the rest of the day or a week or whatever. And the worms don't bleed. You can put them all together. I shove them in a bag together and stuff. So give this a try like this. It's called the Nico rig, all right? So you can Texas rig it or you can wacky worm it, okay? Give that a try. And then another thing I wanted to talk about too is the free rig. A lot of people aren't getting the idea of free rigs. So all that is just a little weight like this, and you can use 1/8 ounce or 3/16, whatever you desire. And you're just gonna slide this up on your line, this little weight, okay? And then you're just gonna hook your hook Texas rigged in there. So then you grab that hook out of there, and we'll just rig this up. So the weight's gonna go on the line first, then you're gonna tie your hook on, okay? And then all I'm doing is I'm just Texas rigging this. Just going in like this. I'm shoving this up over to the keeper part of that right there, and I'm just gonna make sure it's straight. Make sure your worm's straight when you Texas rig it. They don't like something all gummed up like this, okay? So, and then your weight's gonna be already on your line, and it's gonna float up and down. So when you cast it out, this is gonna separate it. Your line's gonna be out about 6 inches or so. And when the fish bites it, you're not gonna have to pull the weight or anything out of his mouth, and you get a much better hook set. Hey, thanks for watching my videos. It's been a pleasure showing you all my little tricks.